Chesticles and testicles, welcome back, one and all. Another Mr. Breasticle lambastment happening. It is time for some MrBeast drama. We've waited long enough. Dogpack404 just released his third MrBeast exposed video. This one's gonna be a doozy. This is the one that he's been hyping up for the last couple of weeks. I actually talked to him a little bit in DMs. This is apparently gonna destroy the world kind of situation. Dogpack is also getting sued right now by MrBeast, who hired an actual $1 million lawyer. The $1 million lawyer versus $1 lawyer. Well, that is a real thing, by the way. That is actually happening. Guy hired literally goober expensive lawyer to sue this man's ass, apparently. It's pretty scary. So there is one thing I wanted to say. When this video came out, do you know how I knew that it came out? Because I got recommended this video, MrBeast Secret CEO short version. The ADHD 50-second recap. Now, I didn't actually watch this video or this video despite the red bars. I clicked on them because I wanted one of them to link me to this original video because this did not show up in my search results. You take MrBeast Secret CEO, you literally go here and put it in the search bar. This is the title of the video with 300,000 views on a channel with over 500,000 subscribers. You type in MrBeast Secret CEO, you look it up, you literally don't get it. You get the abridged versions, you get this, which I don't even know what it is. You get another 2 abridged versions, you get some shorts, 5 fired MrBeast employees, you get MrBeast secret leak document, you get this, and Family Guy! Guys, this is literally not in search. It's not here. Everyone talking about shadow bans not being real. Oh, there's no such thing as a shadow ban. I can't believe how fake shadow bans are. The fact that you put the actual title of the video into the search, and this is a massive expose on the biggest YouTuber on the planet, this is a shadow ban. If this video is that damning that they needed to shadow ban it, then holy shit, buckle your seatbelts. Let's see what this is all about.
Okay, so this video is going to focus around one instance of SA. I wanted to put all the SA allegations into one.
No! This whole video is just on one dude? I'm the CEO, the secret CEO of the MrBeast empire? And there's more? Oh god, bro, it literally never ends. MrBeast heard that line and literally resigned himself to fucking Fortress of Solitude.
One video, part 3. Final video until Jimmy responds, at least.
All right.
So
this is it. This is it until Jimmy responds. Holy shit. Bros, be ready. This is gonna be fucking insane.
Overestimated how easy that would be, as far as like getting everything approved with victims and lawyers, and like also, you know, traditional media is involved. They've been DMing me, you know, New York Times, Time Magazine, also like documentary people. I don't know. You're like, hey, I've worked with Netflix and Hulu and Apple TV and Peacock. Are you interested? And I'm like, I don't know. But, you know, I think people should go to those more legitimate sources to get their stories out. So I've been referring people to other people, because tradition.
To think that this one guy, this one dude, this one freaking guy managed to start this whole fucking movement against MrBeast. Like, MrBeast was in really good graces of the YouTube community, and because of this one dude who decided, mask off, I'm going up against the beast, the tide has changed. Like, this guy's an actual legend.
Has, you know, more resources than I do and better legal protections than I do, for sure. I do have sort of that bigger project, the original part 3, and I have a lot of other interviews.
So the original part 3 isn't even coming out right now. Bro, MrBeast, if you stream your lawsuit against this Dogpack guy, Housenbold will suck your nuts forever.
And other allegations that I'm working on putting together, so I have something for when MrBeast responds. If his
dude really is saying, listen, I am dropping this, and I'm not saying anything else until you respond, but I do literally have another nuke for after your response. Jeebus, Fleebus, that's a big one.
His response is bad, then I can sort of point out, hey, he lied here and he deflected and straw man argument or whatever, as well as like dropping new allegations.
Holy shit, he literally has fucking allegations in his back pocket. He's like, yes, I have 4 rape victims behind me. I have the launch codes. Guys, fucking, this is insane. This is the fucking Chancellor Palpatine of YouTube right now. Holy crap.
Doing it in an opportune way so that they get the most eyeballs. But yeah, I just wanted to say, this is just around sort of one allegation. Also, everything in this video is allegedly. This video is not monetized.
Yeah, damn right. You have to say that shit. Everything in this video is alleged. Okay, lawyers. Okay, lawyers.
It's for educational purposes only. This is...
Behold, my mountain of blackmail and extortion!
matters of public interest. I'll put a full disclaimer on the screen. But yeah.
This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please do not contact people mentioned in this video. This video is meant to report on issues of public concern about public figures who are responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars and provide opinions and commentary. I do not condone any forms of hate or harassment. Based. All right.
Here's the video. Okay, today I'm going to be covering MrBeast's secret CEO.
He set it up with a fucking murder board. He has a murder board, guys!
James Warren and his involvement in SA and SA cover-ups, like the one including his best friend, Locoya Hill, who also happens to be MrBeast's secret chief operating officer, or was. And then I want to touch on the man himself, Jimmy Donaldson.
Why would he use this picture of him mostly naked? Like, why would you use that as the picture on your murder board, bro?
MrBeast has very publicly and transparently been engaging in a massive cover-up,
yes,
deleting a lot of evidence. And I think a lot of this cover-up is going sort of completely under the radar. We're not even aware of what's being swept under the rug, and
Wait, really?
getting away with hiding and deleting evidence. After I called out James Warren by name in my last video, his Instagram and Facebook got taken down, and
holy shit, they're literally fucking covering everything up. He just says the name James Warren, and all of a sudden his social media just goes poof and is gone. This is some Dr. Doofenshmirtz shit.
and his LinkedIn got taken down.
Oh my god, this guy is really such a fucking menace that just mentioning that they knew what he was doing was enough to delete all of his social media. Oh my god. The silence is causing earthquakes and avalanches on MrBeast's side. The fact that he had to edit 83 old videos, that's crazy.
So quick profile on James Warren. He's Jimmy's cousin and secret CEO. And I say secret because, you know, they're not very open about that fact. Like, he doesn't post about it on social media. It wasn't ever attached to his LinkedIn. He's never featured or really referenced anywhere. I heard that he's very aggressive. I've heard him referred to as a psychopath who screams at people and hits his girlfriends.
Oh my god. Wait, so this guy, the secret CEO, is like an actual alleged domestic abuser?
There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him. And I say allegedly because it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren who assault their girlfriends, I guess. So,
bro, really going for that defense. Oh, it was a different guy with the same name that got arrested for the same crime. It's a totally different guy.
I'm still having people look into these cases, specifically that surprise witness on YouTube. She's been super helpful in, like, behind the scenes, just submitting freedom of information requests and just helping me out a lot in general. She's super nice, super smart. She'll be posting a lot of updates on her channel, as she has been about the MrBeast situation.
MrBeast video caused a military operation.
James Warren.
What? This is such a crazy rabbit hole. Oh my lord, the MrBeast lore dive is going crazier than I could have ever expected.
And also allegedly an ex-drug addict.
Did you hear or see anything about James Warren? Well, I was friends with some of the editors, and they told me that he offered them cocaine and hookers to stay late. Someone complained to HR about it, but nothing happened. Like, literally no action was taken at all. Yeah, because how are you gonna get the CEO in trouble? What the fuck are you gonna do? You can't fire the CEO.
I've heard that he offered cocaine and hookers to editors to stay late.
Let's go.
And then the really big thing is that there was some incident between him and a female colleague.
Did you ever hear anything about James Warren and that female colleague? I don't know anything. I heard they hooked up, and there was something weird about them, but that's it. Did you know, anyone who know more? I heard she got 3 years severance. Oh my god! Listen, you don't get 3 years severance if nothing bad happens. I do remember hearing that too. I don't know anyone who would know or would be willing to talk about it. The circle's pretty tight.
That resulted in the female colleague leaving the company and receiving 3 years in severance pay.
Severance pay is after getting fired or leaving the company, they still pay you out for 3 years. Probably because they did something incredibly wrong and they want you to be quiet about it. Probably.
I'm still actively looking into this incident, so if you have information, let me know. But I've heard from multiple credible sources that this is true and this did happen. Also, I should quickly clarify that a lot of this investigation is allegedly. You know, it's sort of the nature of these instances. I have a lot of testimony, corroborating testimony, but the reason I'm publishing this is that hopefully it brings more information to light, like after...
Yeah, what Dogpack really did here was kind of galvanize the entire community to actually start looking into this shit. Which I think is definitely important, right? Like, ultimately, this video itself is not the fucking plane that hit the tower. This is the fucking Al-Qaeda operative that sent the plane. Why am I using this as... Why is this my analogy? This is not a good analogy, okay?
You know, the Jake Weddle interview got posted, which was all mostly testimony. People came out corroborating a story, and then ultimately Jimmy ended up apologizing and offering him $190,000, which to me, I think is most likely an admission of guilt. You know, you don't apologize for things that you didn't do. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way. But what's not allegedly...
Yeah, that is definitely good to note. I think the biggest and most important idea here is the fact that he's like made the little snowball and pushed it off the mountain. And it's everyone else that's looking into it and covering it and adding their flavor. The fucking me's, the Mudahars, the Yumpavilles of the world, the upper echelons out there that really get the snowball to keep rolling a lot more and picking up a lot of steam. Ultimately, putting eyeballs on these questions and getting the answers to the questions through other people is definitely an important idea.
Is that James Warren was the former COO of acquisitions of a real estate investment firm called Greenstone Ventures LLC, which is one of the businesses listed in this indictment of his former business partner, Joshua Hutchins.
Oh my God, there's no way. Before joining the MrBeast team, he did a financial scam. Oh my fucking God, he is perfect for the YouTube game. The guy that's the CEO of MrBeast was allegedly part of a Ponzi scheme before he joined MrBeast. Does that not sound like the perfect guy to run your fake-ass signature merch empire?
Who was sentenced to 10 years in prison for running a real estate Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi schemes are great up until they just go bust.
No! That's the worst clip of all time. Ponzi schemes are great until they go bust. Oh my God, you have experience with that, don't you, Jimothy?
So before working at MrBeast, James Warren was involved in a literal fraud. In fact, he's actually mentioned in the court transcripts of this case.
This is a company that literally is made for kids. Like, they are literally using these tactics to sell fucking merch. Allegedly. Maybe. In my opinion. Possibly.
The sentence hearing for Joshua Hutchins. I'm going to highlight testimony from just one of these victims, a retirement-age woman named Sylvia. She testifies, I came to know Mr. Hutchins through a very reputable and successful real estate attorney who highly recommended Mr. Hutchins and who eventually left his agency to become the chief operating officer of Mr. Hutchins' investment firm. The chief operating officer of Mr. Hutchins' investment firm
was Warren!
That the reason she trusted Mr.
The reason she trusted Mr. Hutchins was because allegedly of this James Warren guy that's currently the CEO. So James Warren wasn't the guy that ran the Ponzi scheme. He just got people to fall for it, it seems, allegedly, in my opinion. Possibly, according to this testimony. Maybe. Am I safe from the $1 million MrBeast lawyer?
Hutchins was through the strong recommendation and endorsement from that very reputable and successful real estate agent. Damn. He represented Mr. Hutchins as highly competent and capable.
By the way, you know how many people have tried this shit on me? I have a friend that, like, he always calls me and he's like, yo, I have a great investment opportunity. Most of them realistically not great investment opportunities. But, like, I got in contact with this one guy that I am so sure was a massive scam. And he was talking to me all these ideas of how he's gonna literally quadruple the investment money and all that shit. I remember specifically, like, I spoke to Mudahar about it. We tried to look into his companies to see if they're an actual scam. It was pretty airtight stuff as far as I remember. I didn't end up investing, obviously, because I still think that the guy was probably a scam. This is so common, where a friend of a friend recommends the guy, so you trust him, and then he just fucking steals your ass.
Presented a successful track record in how Mr. Hutchins had delivered for other investments. On the next page, page 16, she testifies, my trust was and has been severely violated. Yes. This is the equivalent of financial.
Wow, holy shit. I know that people already are going to say, because I remember when Dogpack released his last video with the whole no does not mean no thing, people were really coming after him saying, why did you mention that? It's not accurate because technically no does not mean no. It's just a slogan. It was a play on words. It's not actually sexual assault, even though, guys, this is the words of the fucking witness that got fucked by this Ponzi scheme, okay? Getting fucked in a Ponzi scheme is brutal. Could you imagine? Because you trust someone, you put your life savings somewhere, and it is gone. That is fucking awful. That is so bad. This is worse than Logan Paul CryptoZoo, by the way, for those of you that are caring about my tier list.
Many of us entrusted Mr. Hutchins, who we've come to know to be fraudulent. Just $1.3+ million of worthless paper signed by him fraudulently misrepresented in the courts. So Hutchins was convicted for soliciting investment monies by telling victims that their money would be put to work on a specific property. Yep. In fact, Hutchins did not put all the investor funds to work on the property on which the investor was solicited to invest, and instead regularly used investor funds on other properties or personal expenses. Now what kind
Yeah, that there is classic fucking investment fraud. There are so many instances of this, and I feel like so many people actually fall for this without even realizing that they fall for this. Someone says, oh, hey, if you invest $1 million, it'll be $2 million by the end of the year. So you invest your $1 million, and that guy uses that $1 million to pay back the guy that invested $500,000. And then he gets another $2 million investor, and he takes that $2 million to pay back the first guy. And then he gets a $4 million investor. And he gets that $4 million to pay back the $2 million investor. And then he gets an $8 million investor. And then he keeps $8 million fucking dollars! And one guy's out 8 mil. All right? That's how these schemes and scams work. So technically, the first 3 guys, they definitely won out, right? They did well on their investment. But it is a system designed to fuck over the last guy. And, someone has to be there, literally losing their life savings for this.
of personal expenses? Well, apparently he bought an AR-15 and hundreds of rounds of ammunition.
And of course, he also had illegal firearms. All right, let's go.
His wife had a domestic violence order of protection against him. He's accused of calling his wife a lying rat.
All right, that's accused of calling his wife a lying rat.
And sending menacing photos of himself in tactical gear in the woods to her friends and family.
Okay, yeah, that's fucked up. Some fucking gangster shit. What are you doing? Bro's sitting there in the woods in his tighty whities holding an assault rifle behind someone's house, sends a picture of it to your wife's parents and shit.
Again, according to Sylvia's testimony, James Warren represented Mr. Hutchins as highly competent and capable. She continues on page.
Yeah, that's the biggest fucking shit in the world. It's like, who really caused the breach of trust? The guy that ran the Ponzi scheme or the wingman? The guy that made you trust the guy running the Ponzi scheme? And this is the guy that seems to be the CEO of MrBeast.
Page 17. James Warren, the then realtor who recommended me to Hutchins, also encouraged us to work with Mr. Hutchins on trying to make it work. And we did until it became very evident as to his apparent intent of complete fraud. So James appearing to sort of try to mediate this exchange, saying, hey, give him a chance. Don't pursue him. Don't sue him. Just make it work, right? The real losses due to fraud are evident. Financially, he's devastated my retirement.
This is probably just some random retired old lady at the age of 60 that has a bit of a nest egg trying to make it work for the rest of her life. She hears a way to actually invest it so that she could be comfortable for the next 30 years. And she's like, you know what? I can actually do this instead of needing to skimp out on my pay. And she loses her whole retirement. She's a 60-year-old lady with nothing now. People are fucking evil. I hate financial scammers.
I can only hope and thank the good Lord that I have a brain to be able to function and try to earn back as much as possible. The impact, over $1.3 million in real losses. These are not, I got a piece of property. It was all fraud.
Oh my God.
She goes on to describe her financial troubles through the years, supporting her mother who had Alzheimer's disease, how in the crash of 2008, she lost her job and for 2 years was unemployed. In 2014, she had a severe cancer diagnosis, was out of work for over a year. She continues, in spite of all that, I've lived very frugally and tried to make things work. I've made him know of all my history and I told him I could not take the risk. He and James Warren, the then realtor, stated, oh, real estate. She goes on to...
Oh my fucking God, this is the worst thing in the world. It's just paint this picture, okay? You have a lady who just lost her job, okay? Has $1.3 million to support her and her mother with Alzheimer's for the rest of her life. She is then diagnosed with cancer. And then James Warren convinces her to invest all of it in real estate. Real estate's super safe. Real estate's not gonna go down in value. Real estate always goes up in value. And it's gone. No real estate. It's all fucking bullshit. Now you have a lady trying to support her Alzheimer's mother while she is unemployed at the age of retirement, fighting off cancer with no money. And these guys just walk away with the 1.3 mil. This is fucking evil.
To describe how they presented it as a safe investment opportunity for her. And then James Warren's business partner defrauded her of $1.3 million. Now, can I claim definitively that James Warren was aware of the fraud that was taking place and willingly complicit in helping Mr. Hutchins defraud old ladies? No, but from what I've heard of James Warren's character, how he's hit ex-girlfriends, not let them leave the house, beat his dog.
That's a new one! Whoa! Beat his dog, beat his ex-girlfriend? Oh, but would he ever financially scam someone? No, that's too far. That's too far. Next MrBeast video is gonna look like this.
No, so crazy as you look.
I told you, I'm a man of my word.
Defrauded people in his own ways. Creative Juice is an interesting one that could be looked into, which was done with MrBeast, as well as another scheme that we'll get into that he conducted with Locoya Hill. I personally believe that when he was working with Mr. Hutchins, he was in similar company. I think the COO of acquisitions would know and be sort of responsible for properties not being properly acquired.
The idea that he doesn't know is a little bit far-fetched, in my opinion. So, obviously, he's not the guy that actually got caught. It was the CEO of the Greenstone Ventures LLC scam company that got arrested and imprisoned. But to say that the COO had nothing to do with it when he was literally pitching the project to people, knowing that the project, not that it was a bad investment, that it didn't exist! From what I'm understanding here, they invested $1.3 million in what was supposed to be real estate, but they never actually put it into real estate. They just kept it. That's a Ponzi scheme.
Through the court system. But again, that's my opinion. That's all allegedly. Now on to his alleged best friend, Locoya Hill.
So that's James Warren. Allegedly beat his girlfriend, allegedly locked his girlfriend in their house, allegedly beat his dog, allegedly was contributing to awful financial scams. And this guy is the CEO of MrBeast. Holy fucking shit.
They both went to UNC Chapel Hill together, and they both, after graduating, got into real estate. But by 2017, Locoya Hill was running an adult entertainment event business in San Francisco called
I started real estate. Man hookers!
Locoya Hill Entertainment. Then in 2019, he was hired to MrBeast as a producer.
He got a fucking gay pimp as a producer for his family channel. Am I the only one that thinks that's a little weird? Children's channel managed by gay pimps? Guys, this adult kid industry collab thing, I don't know why people don't think it's weird. He's literally right there! Right next to Waldo. Holy shit.
Our party evolved into this place where, you know, you have the drag queens, the muscle daddies, the bears, the twinks, the like posh boys.
Now I'm all for
Oh my fucking god, bro. And you watch Dogpack videos and it's all about the sex offender jump scares, allegedly. Oh my lord.
personal freedoms. I believe adults should be able to do whatever they want. However, I question what qualified the sort of go-go dance drag daddy of San Francisco for a job producing YouTube content for children. You know, it'd also be weird if MrBeast hired Johnny Sins as the janitor, I guess. That's not the real issue, though. The issue is that...
Yeah, this is not the issue. Let's just be clear. We're painting the picture here for the fucking awful hiring practices of Mr. Breast, okay? The main issue is not the fact that he's hiring a pimp for kids content. No. That's not the issue.
In late 2021, he was allegedly fired for sexually assaulting his assistant.
Fucking hell, oh my lord, it doesn't stop. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, they're all fucking predators, allegedly. Oh my lord, guys. It's like fucking GG. It's like fucking GG. It's over. This guy has more fucking pedophiles and sex offenders in his fucking entourage than Drake. Like, this is crazy. Allegedly. That was alleged. That was hyperbole. It was an opinion. It was not a fact. Don't sue me. I don't want to go up against your $1 million lawyer.
Now, I put fired in quotation marks because he was actually quietly moved to the dubbing company, which was Unilingo at the time. Here is proof that he used the Locoya at unilingo.tv.
And they found his fucking email.
Email, links back to him, links to these photos, one of which was the profile picture for his YouTube channel, which also after my first video, his YouTube channel mysteriously got deleted.
He kept up with this. MrBeast, I think that this is evidence that they knew about all this shit, by the way. Like, if he makes a video saying, I am going to expose predators at MrBeast's company, and then, suspiciously, a couple of MrBeast employees' channels disappear, like, doesn't that just kind of prove that MrBeast knew that all these people were allegedly sex offenders? This is like the actual sex offender Avengers. I can't believe this is real.
And at some point, his Twitter also got deleted. I don't know if that's when he sexually assaulted his assistant. I don't know if that's after my first video got posted. Either way, Booty Call Wednesdays are canceled.
No! Booty Call Wednesdays! This is literally the worst news since Offenders Assemble theme song.
He was actually brought back to MrBeast in 2023.
I saw someone made like a pretty banger parody, but Predators edition. Smash Bros. Predators. Jeffrey Epstein. There he is. It's Drake. Fight. Let's go. Gin Bob. I don't know him. Yeah. EDP 445. Let's go. Yes. Anyways, Anyway, it's a whole fucking goddamn, like the fact that they actually managed to have a whole, how do you have a whole theme song about different predators on YouTube? It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign, okay?
After sexually assaulting his assistant prior, and promoted to chief financial officer, which is how I personally was introduced to him.
Damn.
Here's some evidence from the
Wait, so you knew this guy in person? Dogpack actually met this dude, this alleged sex offender guy.
internal Slack channel at MrBeast showing Locoya Hill acting in some COO capacity, saying there's news reporters outside, do not engage with them. This was shortly after the Time magazine article came out. So here I have a document showing testimony from former MrBeast employees talking about Locoya Hill. And when I say verified former MrBeast employee, I had them send some form of proof. I know who some of these people are. They just want to remain anonymous, but you know, I'm willing to share this with like an independent third party if it needs to happen.
So he actually did verify all the people that messaged him were employees and not just memers. Like, I think that's such a good idea. Like, we know that Jake Weddle almost got by this person with an AI voice of MrBeast. Like, you have to definitely verify that these people actually are relevant. So, yeah, well done here. Yes, Locoya Hill, the current COO in 2021, he had an assistant named Blank. I heard Locoya acted inappropriately with her, booking hotel rooms with only one bed, walking around in his underwear, having Blank come to his house and showing him his sex collection. Just in general, Locoya made him uncomfortable. He started complaining to the higher-ups, got a report written. Locoya was paid leave for a month. MrBeast moved him to the dubbing company. And he was hired back to MrBeast in 2023. And was promoted to COO! Even though Jimmy, James, and Sue, that's the mom, by the way, MrBeast's mom, 100% knew his history. Also, I heard that when he was let go, he was given $30K in severance. Oh my lord. This is actually crazy. If I had a nickel for every time MrBeast hired known sex offenders, I would have multiple nickels, which is a lot of nickels. Many more nickels than I expected.
Personally, I don't think MrBeast is going to deny.
Dude, MrBeast's mom is the fucking Orochimaru here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, okay? If MrBeast is Gaara, then MrBeast's mom is Orochimaru. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Sort of this Locoya Hill story that I'm going to show you. But here's the first testimony, and I'll say this person is especially credible in my opinion. I asked them, did you see or hear of any sexual misconduct at the company? They say yes. Locoya Hill, the current COO. In 2021, he had an assistant named victim's name. I heard Locoya acted very inappropriately with victim, booking hotel rooms with only one bed, walking around in his underwear, having victim come to his house and showing him his sex toy collection. Just in general, Locoya made victim uncomfortable. Victim started complaining to higher-ups and a report got written. Locoya was put on paid leave for—
Paid leave! They're like, all right, Locoya, you're a sex offender, allegedly. We're gonna give you a vacation.
like a month. Then MrBeast moved him to the dubbing company, and he was hired back in 2023 and was promoted to COO, even though Jimmy, James, and Sue 100% know his history. Also, I heard that when victim was let go, he was given $30,000 in severance. I could get you victim's number. I don't know if he'd talk. I respond, yeah, that'd be great. Also, is there proof he moved to the dubbing company? I could look. It was the original dubbing company called Unilingo. MrBeast practically forced them to hire Locoya, and then they poached Unilingo's employees and copied their whole business and created Creator Global.
Oh my god. Wait, aside from the whole sex offender shenanigans, alleged allegation things, this is also kind of wild and evil, right? The idea that Unilingo is a dubbing company that dubs YouTube videos into multiple languages so that you could basically promote your videos to a larger audience than just the audience that speaks just one language. So MrBeast got them to hire Locoya. He basically spied on Unilingo, and then he made his own company, Creator Global, which is essentially just Unilingo 2. They stole their whole business. That's pretty rough too.
Verified employee number 2. Asked them the same question, have you heard of any sexual misconduct at the company? They say yes. I don't know how to spell their name, but Locoya, something like that. He was brought in last year after having not worked there for a year or so at a very high level. I respond, Locoya Hill. They say the reason he had been asked to leave previously is that he had sexually harassed someone that still worked at the company when he was brought back. Yes, Locoya Hill. But they brought him back knowing he had sexually harassed an employee previously. And people often talk about Locoya making them very uncomfortable on shoots. I verified employee number 3. I'm looking into more accusations of sexual misconduct at the company, wondering if there's anything you could corroborate. Have you heard of anything about Locoya Hill? They respond, the old gay guy who likes to bang 18-year-old straight employees. Yeah, I've heard of him.
What the fuck? Bro, holy shit. That's not okay, guys. What is going on? Bro, they actually secretly have James Charles working at the company.
Anything non-consensual to your knowledge? I heard he got in trouble for hooking up with his 18-year-old straight assistant, but the company kept it quiet from what I heard.
Dude, how do you fucking cover up sexual assault shit like this? Like, the moment you hear this shit, you excise that cancer from your life.
He's a producer and worked in the adult entertainment before MrBeast.
Let's go, guys. Let's hire fucking adult entertainers into the MrBeast squad. And then once they commit sexual crimes, allegedly, we just promote them.
Yeah, Locoya Hill Entertainment. I heard he was fired for sexual harassment, then brought back a year later. That's what I heard too. Employee number 4. Did you know who Locoya Hill is? Yes. And you're aware of the case that has been covered up for some time. Explain. Essayed multiple people.
Oh god, it keeps getting worse. Look, again, this is a verified MrBeast employee number 4. These are all different people, okay? This is not one guy that's making these allegations. These are allegations made by many people.
You're aware of the case that has been covered up for some time. Explain. Essayed multiple people. Apparently roofied multiple people as well.
Oh
Verified employee number 5. I'll also say this.
Number 5! What is this? What is fucking going on right now?
This person is especially credible, but they worked there a while ago, like 2020, 2021, around then. Okay, few things. Locoya sexually assaulted his assistant who was straight and Locoya was gay. You probably already know that. But James is best friends with him, so
James, alleged sexual assaulter, is best friends with Locoya, alleged sexual assaulter. And somehow, they both still work at the company at high spots. Weird.
holy shit, was that surprising that they kept him around way longer than they should have. There were reports of him making the assistant sleep in the same room/bed with him on trips, touching him inappropriately, and dangling his job in front of him.
What the fuck, bro? Offenders, assemble.
Employee number 6, did you hear anything about Locoya Hill? I heard that incident happened. I heard they let him go, and I heard they brought him back and just put him in a different department. And I think he's working there again. Now, recently, MrBeast has let Locoya Hill go. They had this sort of leaked email where they say,
yeah, they kept saying this is a leaked email. Bullshit, this is a leaked email. This is definitely 100% not a leaked email, in my opinion. They totally fucking leaked this on purpose to make it look like they were trying to get better.
Therefore, along with Jeff Housenbold, our new president and COO, right, alluding to the fact that Locoya Hill is no longer working there. Now, I have been open with MrBeast about the fact that I was going to cover Locoya Hill. This is a single frame in my first video where I wrote,
Yo! In his first video, he had the Google Maps for Locoya Enchanted Hills. Bro! Oh my god! So obviously MrBeast deleted all of his YouTube channels and Twitter accounts and shit like that. Which means he definitely knew about it. Oh my fucking god. Literally hid in plain sight.
Reference Locoya, he's also in my Twitter header. And I've also just told people who work at MrBeast that they have to let Locoya Hill go. So they did what I wanted and let him go, right? Well, just on a whim, I decided to look into the Creator Global LinkedIn, and it had gone private to where everyone just shows up as a LinkedIn member,
Wow.
right? But I saw this.
Oh, no.
L, LinkedIn member, president of Creator Global.
So when MrBeast made a statement saying that essentially Locoya Hill was fired, is he actually just back at Creator Global, the company that he yoinked from the Duolingo thing?
I thought, you know what, that's a little suspicious. So I reached out to one of my connections close to MrBeast and I said, hey, can you look into this account for me? Because sometimes if you have connections, you can see private LinkedIn accounts. And this is what they saw. Look.
Bro, they knew he was a alleged sexual assaulter, so they fucking fired him for it. And they moved him back here for the second time. Like, let me paint this timeline for you. 2021, he allegedly sexually assaulted a straight man, and then the straight man left with $30,000 in severance, and then they moved Locoya Hill to the Duolingo Creator Global thing before they stole their entire business practice, and then they hired him back to be the COO of MrBeast. But then when it was exposed that Locoya Hill was actually probably sex offender, possibly, MrBeast did this whole PR shit to say that we actually did fire him and moved him right back to be the president of Creator Global. Brothers, get the heavy flamers. Why could he not fucking get rid of this guy? I'm like actually mad. Listen, I am a chaotic neutral force on the internet. I sit here and I laugh at the morons that surround me, okay? But I'm actually upset.
Locoya Hill, listed as the current president at Creator Global. No work history between graduating UNC in May 2001 and becoming the president at Creator Global in 2024. Dude, this is like the 3-cup game where you gotta like keep track of the and as MrBeast just moves them between companies.
They just sort of kept moving them around. You know, like those killer whales at SeaWorld, after it kills a trainer, they'll then move it up to Seattle. They don't give them their background.
Which I heard,
Exactly. Dude, it's like, oh, got exposed as a pedophile. We'll just put him in another company. Oh, shit. Oh, he's a rapist. Oh, let's put him in a third company. Don't worry. We have more companies. We can just make this guy presidents of different companies. And whatever you do not fire the rapists, guys. Do not fire the rapists. This is crazy.
MrBeast or James Warren forced Unilingo to hire Locoya as sort of part of their partnership without, sending them the report on his alleged sexual misconduct at the company.
Holy shit, dude. This is like an actual cover-up, if it's real. And I don't mean cover-up like deleting old videos where he did financial scams. Like, this is fucking awful.
I also have a voice memo from James Warren showing that they told Unilingo to process a $28,000 bonus for Locoya, which
they strong-armed another company into paying the alleged sex offender more money. Oh my fucking God.
There's definitely something suspicious going on with that.
Hey buddy, it's James. Sorry to be bothering you. I've done my absolute best not to bother you. But Locoya had presented a bunch of stuff to me and Jimmy a little bit ago. All really great stuff. But he had asked me and Jimmy personally. He's like, hey, can I have a $28,000 bonus for work I did in the past? And I'm like, yeah, of course, man. And the reason for that is I had brought him up to my level, and I don't take bonuses. So for like 2 years, he didn't get any bonuses when our guys were getting like crazy percentage bonuses. I need a favor. Sue cannot process this bonus through Beast. I need a...
Because they fucking needed to get rid of him because he's an alleged sex offender?
Solid. Can you please process a $28K bonus for Locoya? Let me know. Bye.
That was from James Warren, the CEO of MrBeast. It was like, oh, hey, we can't pay $28K to this guy because we fired him for being an alleged sex offender, but can you give him the money instead? Meanwhile, they're not paying their employees properly, according to some allegations. But for this guy, like, when it comes to rapists and pedophiles, those guys get all the bonuses. That was a joke. Holy shit. Why you never trust a YouTuber.
And then they used Locoya to try to steal Unilingo's business, poach their employee.
I'm glad that he's focusing on that, because I think this is a really, really important thing. The idea that he has been going around stealing other, well, not technically stealing, but learning about other businesses and literally copying them flow for flow, bar for bar, beat for beat, literally taking their shit and making his own company like ViewStats or the global translator shit. Everything that just basically comes straight out of other companies, that he is MrBeast and therefore he could do it bigger.
These take their clients, and then MrBeast
This reminds me of the photo in Assassination Classroom. True!
Creator Global, where Locoya Hill is currently listed as the president. So that's Locoya Hill. And that's just what I can put on the record. I will say that if MrBeast tries to deny this, more evidence will be brought to light, and more people will definitely come out defending me.
Oh, shit.
Saying, hey, this is true. These allegations are true. This is all true. Allegedly, in my opinion, for legal reasons. Okay, now let's move on.
God damn. Oh, Lord, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, Suspect 3, Jimmy himself? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
To the man himself, Jimmy Donaldson. First, I'll show this testimony from another former MrBeast employee just to show sort of the work culture, especially from a female's perspective. She says, on my very first day, I was told to avoid being alone in a room with certain people in positions of power.
This is what they had to fucking tell Starlight when he joined VOT. Starlight joined VOT, and they were like, oh, don't be alone with the deep. That was like literally how they start the fucking boys, okay? Not a good sign.
At least once a week, I was subjugated to inappropriate questions and conversations. Once, a male coworker asked me what I would do if Jimmy assaulted or harassed me.
What the fuck kind of question is that? Holy motherfuck.
On another occasion, this same coworker said it wasn't fair that women could just decide a past sexual encounter wasn't consensual.
Yeah, this guy's yikes. This guy's a yikes. Whoever's asking you these questions, that's a yikes.
Many of the men I worked with would make assault and petty jokes on a daily basis. They would scream and hit walls when they got upset. The minute any woman leaves a room, they would talk about if/how they would fuck her. I've heard men comment on female contestants' bodies many times.
This is like the least professional environment I've ever heard described. This is insane.
Not everyone behaves this way, but no one openly speaks out against it in fear of losing their job. If you complain about any of this, you'll be shamed for being too sensitive or just ignored. You can't take anything to HR either because Jimmy's mom runs it.
Oh, Jimmy's mom, Orochimaru, runs the fucking HR department of MrBeast. The lady that has hired known pedophiles, not alleged, convicted pedophile. She hired a convicted pedophile. Delaware. Oh, my fucking...
It's pretty common for people to essentially get paid to leave and stay quiet if they make enough noise about something. There is no employee handbook, by the way. If you ask for one or what the company's policies are, they just tell you to ask them and they'll let you know if anything is against the rules. But again, there's nothing in writing, which is true. The leaked document is just the production manual, not given to all employees. Here's another testimony. This person will go on the record. This is Jess, who accused Ava Chris Tyson of sexual assault. I think her case has been sort of mostly ignored because she wasn't a minor when it happened. But she was a MrBeast employee, and you can see in her evidence, in her communications with the company, the clear signs of a cover-up. You can see them like threatening her with legal action and emails and saying like, oh, we're going to have a law firm investigate this. Well, they had one firm do an internal investigation, McGuire Woods LLP, the same law firm that sent me my first cease and desist. But then they hired, I guess, Harvey Weinstein's legal team.
You know, Harvey Weinstein, convicted sexual predator, I think.
Allegedly to re-review everything. So I guess they weren't happy with the results of the first internal investigation. Also, yeah, this new law firm, Quinn Emanuel, MrBeast has worked with them previously. Allegedly to internally investigate Locoya Hill's sexual
let's go! Use the same people to internally investigate everything. Wow, man is literally playing the meme up. It's like the actual meme. After doing a considerably rigorous internal investigation, I have decided that I find myself completely innocent on all charges.
Misconduct. So why don't you make that report public, Jimmy? Anyway, here's Jess's testimony. I only hung out with Jimmy a handful of times, but he definitely was a little more reserved around me because I wasn't a part of his inner circle, or the boys club as it's called. I did hear Jimmy straight up say that the guy making a documentary on him right now has footage of him saying stuff that would absolutely get him canceled. It's just a well-known thing the boys club is misogynistic and looks down on women in the company despite what they might say publicly. Behind closed doors, the women in the company know that the culture is a problem. I have heard multiple stories of Jimmy being directly informed of SA happening at the company and proactively working to keep it quiet. So Jess directly implicating Jimmy in the SA cover-ups. Locoya with an 18-year-old straight assistant, so she's one of the people corroborating that story. Ava told Jimmy about a time she was essayed by another talent member on a private jet, and talent members/employees making advances towards contestants was a regular occurrence.
Yikes.
The reason all of this was able to happen for so long is because Jimmy is deeply misogynistic and only respects what he considers to be traditional women. He pushed those values into the company when he created it, and it resulted in several allegations we know about, and probably a lot more we don't know yet.
So just to be clear, these are allegations. This is just a claim. This is not evidence. However, there's a lot of people kind of echoing the same shit.
Which I will say, a lot of the SA allegations are still not public. Like, man, just fire.
Damn, and he literally has more up his sleeve.
In Locoya Hill, fire them. Don't just move them around.
Oh yeah, dude. These guys need to go away.
Or I'm going to start dropping nukes. Anyway.
The threat? Wait, one more time.
A lot of the SA allegations are still not public. Like, man, just fire James Warren in Locoya Hill. Fire them. Don't just move them around. Or I'm going to start dropping nukes.
Holy shit. Bro has leverage. Bro has leverage.
Anyway, let's, I'm going to move Maddy Spidell away from all this. I just want to touch on this briefly. So Maddy Spidell, who's MrBeast's very public ex-girlfriend of 2.5 years, posted this on her Instagram story.
Yeah, I read this. This is like a nothing.
She doesn't mention Jimmy by name. It's sort of vague. I think probably either because she's under an NDA or...
I don't think it's an NDA. I just think she like does and doesn't want to be in drama at the same time and couldn't fully commit to either way. So she decided to just give a generic, don't let people treat you badly.
She's just testing the waters to see how people respond before sharing more information. But also, it's like not that vague if you have reading comprehension and can read context clues. She says she spent years...
You just show a picture of Ludwig. No!
Being quiet, never acknowledging that time in her life. 19 to 21 are formative years. It impacted how she saw herself and how she trusted men. Months of therapy. She says how he treats other women will ultimately be how he treats you.
That's obviously implying that MrBeast probably treats other women badly. But again, it's not actually enough to be an allegation. Yes, if you have reading comprehension, obviously this text blurb is meant to show MrBeast not good guy. Obviously that's what it's meant to do. But being that she doesn't actually say anything seriously with her whole chest and has obviously zero evidence, and obviously she's an ex-girlfriend, so a lot of ex-girlfriends are not necessarily parting on the greatest of terms. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and take this at complete face value either. I'm very, very evidence-oriented. I want fucking evidence, or at least high levels of corroborations to the point that it would be a strenuous brain fart of a coincidence. Like, maybe that's just me.
So how does Jimmy treat other women?
I don't really get along with women. I don't really get along with women.
You've got no riz and no bitches. Skibbity toilet riz, no bitches. Not like me. I have huge bitches, huge riz. I'm gonna build a huge wall with all of my riz and bitches. And you, no riches, no bitches.
I don't really get along with women.
Well, women are stupid because they're inferior to men.
That's not fair. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that it's a funny joke, but it's still a joke.
When she and a group of contestants who were menstruating during the event had asked the production staff about getting their underwear more quickly, she had been told that it was not a medical emergency.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's disgusting. That's holy shit. That's gross. That's fucking disgusting. If it's real, again, it's an allegation, but goddamn, that's nasty.
Actually respect women, but just act like you respect them.
My God.
MrBeast withheld my birth control. I have ovarian cysts. You can't just stop taking birth control.
Oh my God, you can't. MrBeast withheld her birth control. Oh God.
I don't really get along with women.
Look, as a misogynist myself, I hate that MrBeast is doing all of this. It's awful. That was a joke. You see, clearly a joke because I have so much respect for women. Okay, literally all the respect for women in the world. Can we have a shout out and chat to women? Shout out to women. Someone let me know your thoughts on women in the comment section below. Shout out to women.
Also in this podcast, Jimmy goes on to talk about his relationship with his current girlfriend, Tia, in very weird ways, in my opinion.
For us now, like, an idea of a date is just to like take an IQ test and then study and see if we can get a higher.
Sexy. Let's go. Bring out the scented candles for that shit.
An idea of a date is just to like take an IQ test. And then she was like, I'm an author. And I was like, fuck yeah, good. She has a hobby. And then I just DM'd.
Oh my God, dude. She said she's an author and he's like, good, you have a hobby? Eee.
I was like, oh, so your book, can I read it? She sent it over, read the whole book, and it was just like acting like it was the greatest book ever.
Oh God, he doesn't stop.
I don't really get along with women.
Listen, if women wouldn't be absolutely terrifying, I could completely understand. And that was it. That was also again. Here's an opinion from me, a random fucking idiot on the internet that is chaotic neutral, but slightly biased against MrBeast at this point. I think MrBeast probably has like a trophy wife situation going on where he probably just wants his girlfriend to be beautiful and love him and let him go ahead with all of his shenanigans and stuff. I think that's probably what he's kind of looking for. Just that's the vibe I'm getting. I could be wrong. This is just an opinion. Definitely minimizing. She says she's an author and you're like, oh great, you have a hobby. That's like fucking deranged. That's like insanely deranged. That's probably kind of where I think he's leaning. I think MrBeast is a bit of an Andrew Tate fan. Not that he would support Andrew Tate, because whatever, publicly that's not a great image. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
It's all of our jobs to protect our friends, our moms, our wives, our sisters, our daughters, ourselves from people like that. That's a pretty clear statement.
It's a statement saying that MrBeast probably is a misogynist, but it's coming from an ex-girlfriend that you don't really that was with him for 2 years. As an adult, okay? Listen, on the one hand, yes, it's obviously painting him in a bad light. On the other hand, there's no evidence, there's no clear allegation, and also it's an ex-girlfriend. Most ex-girlfriends don't have only the nicest things to say about their ex-boyfriends, just in general. So I try my best to take it with a grain of salt. That said, I do think MrBeast probably does have some sort of really toxic work environment. It probably is like a whole ass Blizzard company going on over there. I think that is very likely. But until there's more hard evidence to it, I'm not going to sit here and lambast him for it.
If you ask me. Now, I almost feel like there's been a campaign against Maddy Spidell to discredit her before she's even shared any information. A lot of like clout chaser and gold digger allegations. I'll say this is also from that Rolling Stone article. They referenced the breakup. The reporter says, Maddy Spidell, who's appeared in a handful of videos, those in MrBeast's inner circle told me that Spidell had been a positive influence, forcing Donaldson to prioritize work-life balance more. Donaldson did not want to comment on the record about the breakup, citing Spidell's privacy, yet Chris Tyson,
the most respectable member of the MrBeast squad,
says Donaldson's singular focus on work was a major contributing factor. I think that's what he's going to be looking for next. Somebody who can match his obsession with business and money and all that kind of stuff.
Again, armchair psychology, I think he wants a trophy wife. Beautiful lady who also loves money and loves and respects the fact that he is doing whatever he can to make money. I think that is kind of what he's probably gunning for. Again, could totally be wrong. This is literally just kind of a gut feeling.
So not a bad word to be said about Maddy Spidell from Jimmy or the people in his inner circle.
Yeah, remember, this is MrBeast's best friend after a breakup only says positive things about the girl that got broken up with. Like, let's just be clear. That also paints a picture.
Which is pretty unusual of an ex-girlfriend. I'll show some of the brain-dead media coverage headed by Cuckstar and his news organization.
No, not Cuckstar.
And Drama Alert.
Yeah, no, the Drama Alert's been insanely pro MrBeast, like wildly.
So here's just one of his many posts about Maddy. Thread of every time MrBeast's ex-girlfriend allegedly shaded him. Downplaying the clout-chasing claims against her. So let's see this extensive thread. One post of a TikTok where she says she was traumatized at 19. Why do you think that's about Jimmy, Keemstar? Allegedly complaining about MrBeast fans. This is her most popular TikTok period with over 6.5 million views and was posted last year. And then Drama Alert goes on to give one more example. And that's the end of the thread. So see, her most popular TikTok seems to be alluding to her relationship with MrBeast. And then she has hundreds of more TikToks where she never even tried to recreate the success of that first TikTok, right? Like if I'm her social media manager, I'm telling her, hey, post about Jimmy more.
Oh, true. If she was really a clout chaser, she would just be posting MrBeast clout farming videos, and she's not.
And she obviously knows that if she did that, she would get more views, and yet she doesn't do it. Hundreds of TikToks, about 30 of them are about Taylor Swift, maybe 3 are about her ex-boyfriend of 2.5 years, which for a Swiftie, that's extremely, extremely low to post only 3 times about your ex-boyfriend who's now incredibly famous. So if she was clout chasing, she's doing a horrible job at it. Now, Drama Alert, on the other hand, has posted more times in the past month about Maddy Spidell than Maddy Spidell has ever posted about MrBeast.
Wonder what that says. When I read Drama Alert tweets, I immediately skip all the words because they only have bullshit to say. I watch what they're sharing and I formulate my own opinion on it. You can never trust the actual words in the Drama Alert texts. This is the worst fucking, look, it's media. Media's media every time. You can never trust the fucking shit that people just spew to get clout on Twitter. But Keemstar, good friend of the show, we all know Keem and I, we're like basically fucking besties at this point, and we've been in like we've had so much sex together, me and Keemstar. That's how close friends. That was a joke, okay? All right, this is all sarcasm. But yeah, no, MrBeast really has been gobbling the Mr. Keem has been gobbling the MrBeast knob a lot. Yeah.
So I just wanted to address that because I think MrBeast knows Maddy has nukes against him and he's trying to discredit her. So let's look at this leaked email. This is from MrBeast. It says, yesterday Dawson saved 100 billion. Whoa, guys, whoa. Guys, I don't know how that got there. That was the wrong email. I don't know how that got there. Yeah, so I've actually heard from pretty credible people that this email was not leaked. So, why lie about it? Devious or deceptive tendencies. Here he is quoted in that Rolling Stone article saying, I'm great at lying.
True. Yeah, I read that article.
I want to focus in on this part where they say, therefore, along with Jeff Housenbold, our new president and COO, we will be hiring a new chief human resource officer, chief financial officer, interesting, and general counsel, along with other roles to add capacity and competencies to foster a better internal culture as we continue to grow. So what's interesting about this is that the only person named in an initiative to foster a better internal culture is Jeff Housenbold.
Oh my God, oh no, please do not expose Jeff Housenbold.
But what's ironic about this is that Jeff Housenbold has been in the news previously for the internal culture that he helped create as managing partner at SoftBank Vision Fund. Here's New York Post. Nasty executives shaped macho culture at SoftBank Vision Fund.
This is the guy you're calling in to save the day? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh no, this is fucking clown world. This is why you gotta be like me, gamers. You gotta strive to attain chaotic neutral, okay? Attain chaotic neutral, goddammit. Because if you live a life where you actually care about the shit that goes on, you will not live a happy life. You have to remove yourself to some extent. Be like me and Jaden Animations.
And here's Bloomberg Business Week. SoftBank Vision Fund employees depict a culture of recklessness. It has also been described as an environment of sycophancy and harassment.
Oh my fucking God. Blood for the blood god, boys for the boys club. What is fucking going on? This is actually like fucking insane. This is insane. Like I can't even believe this is real. How is this real? How are we witnessing a real thing right now? He gets exposed for having alleged predators in his company, so he hires an alleged fucking predator for his company? They not like us. This whole group, this entire fucking empire needs to crumble. I can't believe this shit. Dude, I did not think in 2024 we would think that Logan Paul was more morally virtuous than MrBeast.
So seemingly all the problems that people have with MrBeast's internal culture. But this Bloomberg article also goes to call Jeff out by name. Jeff Housenbold collects cars, including a blue Ferrari, and claims to own a 20,000 bottle wine cellar, although he doesn't drink himself. Acquaintances describe him as smart and arrogant and almost entirely lacking in self-awareness.
Yeah, let's get the least self-aware, pompous rich fuck that promotes an alleged sycophancy and sexual culture. Let's bring him in to be the guy that protects MrBeast's reputation. Hired by MrBeast's mom.
He's also gotten away with some questionable behavior. In a discussion about whether to invest in the stationary bike startup Peloton in 2017, according to two people who were in the meeting, Housenbold opined that its exercise equipment appealed in part to men who masturbated to its workout videos.
They didn't want to... What? They didn't want... Is that alluding to the fact that he's a massive homophobe? Is that what this is kind of alluding to? Men are jerking off to fucking stationary bike commercials, and therefore they don't want to sell stationary bikes? I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
Dude, I want to
Bro, Jeff Housenbold, 30 seconds into an investor meeting. Bro, there's a woman on a stationary bike, and they don't want to sell it because what? Does Jeff Housenbold know the fact that literally the former COO of MrBeast Company and the current president of the creator translating language company thing also run by MrBeast? Does he know that that guy is a alleged gay predator pimp? Does he know? Does he know?
Look at this!
SoftBank denied the claims, but it's an oddly specific thing for two people to make up a story about masturbating to Peloton workout videos.
Definitely not a good sign. Definitely not a good sign. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to bring this guy in. He's going to be like, God, can we stop getting sexy women in the competitions?
Yeah, maybe I don't see the vision with hiring this guy as the new
You
president.
got the whitest man on the fucking planet. It's awesome.
And also, this is just what I can share. Right now, I do have more information that I'm trying to get out, trying to get permission from the victims and everything. I'm also trying to save some things for when MrBeast responds. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.
That was a big one. That was a big one. Yeah, so in regards to James Warren, suspect one, they got to get rid of this fucking guy. In regards to Locoya Hill, they got to get rid of this fucking guy. In regards to Jimmy Donaldson, again, none of the actual allegations were evidence-based. They were a lot more kind of word of mouth, but still. I don't like this guy at this current point. I hope his response can maybe change that, but right now I don't like this guy. I don't think that you can completely invalidate his ex-girlfriend, but at the same time, his ex-girlfriend didn't actually say anything major. And they literally replaced Locoya Hill, alleged pedophile, well, not pedophile, alleged sexual assaulter. They replaced him with this guy, another actual clown. I'm not gonna lie, this company is fucking evil. And I wonder if it's every big company that kind of is run by these fucking psychophant weirdos. I wonder if that's the case and we just don't really know about it. But since MrBeast is now under the limelight, we're actually picking up all this information. I wonder if there is a culture like this just in all the big fucking major companies of the world. And we just simply don't know, because why the fuck would we know? This is a very bleak outlook on the world, and if you're here for it, baby, Chaotic Neutral, subscribe. We will be looking at more fucking awful humans coming later. Let's see if this video is still shadow banned. MrBeast Secret CEO, we do a quick search, and nope, it still doesn't show up in search results. Like, I'm getting Family Guy. Why am I getting Family Guy new season 23, episode 225? Full episodes, no cuts. Why is this here? But, the video that I literally looked up is not here. Like, I literally looked the video up. I'm sure if I put dog pack in, there's no way. Dog pack, right? There's no way it won't show up now. It still doesn't show up. These are the old dog pack videos, but not the new one. Oh my God. You literally put in the title of the I put the title of the video and the name of the YouTube channel in the YouTube search. And I get this and this. I get the channel. I get the old videos, but I don't actually get the video I'm literally looking for. Guys, I'm literally looking for... Yeah, this is a shadow ban. Fuck it. I'm out. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Subscribe, like, I will keep fucking more fucks. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.